Hello, and welcome to the MOR Cast, the intersectionality of motherhood and entrepreneurship. I am your host, Shantae. This episode of the MOR Cast is entitled Outlast. Let's get into it. To outlast is to continue to exist, to be active, etc. Means longer than someone or something. Remember when you were a kid and you passed by a home where you knew the homeowners or the kids that lived there, and you thought, that's so-and-so's house, even if they weren't home? Every time you passed that house, you associated it with that person or persons. So much so that you didn't worry about the address because it was such and such's house. You believed that that house would always be there and belong to that person or that family. Recently, I had an experience very similar to that. I passed a house in my community and remembered the original homeowner from when I was a child. I thought all about that family, never really knowing their address. And then I remembered that the homeowner had transitioned and then left the house to the child. Since that time, the homeowner's child has transitioned. Now someone else lives in the house because the house has been sold. But although there are new homeowners in the house, and I know it, I've seen them, in my head, it still belongs to the original owners I was acquainted with. Sometimes when I'm passing, I can even imagine them in the yard like so many years ago. Now, I know no life is forever. But as I examine homes, I think about the individuals that may have designed it, built it, sold it, lived in it. The very things that these individuals designed, built, repaired, and lived in has outlasted them. It's incredible to think how our minds can conceive of something, create that something that we've conceived in our minds with our hands, and then that thing outlasts us. This is also true with digital media. There are files and samples, photos and statements, art, music, etc. that creators have built or made, but they'll outlast us. It is not my intent to be morbid, just reflective. The things we create digitally will outlast us, so it behooves us to operate in excellence, because our digital footprint will be evident long after we're gone. As creators and business owners go to work in the digital world every day, we always want our footprint to be excellent because it says quality, and we want quality to outlast us. When our digital work is done, it will be the evidence that not just were we here, but that we did it well. And people will say, such and such did that, because I recognize the color, the tone, the sound, the feel, the quality. It's our legacy. It will speak for us long after we're gone. It will outlast us. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the MOR Cast on Outlast. Remember, what you are writing or creating is your legacy. Your great-grandchildren should be discussing what you did in 2023. Put quality and care into everything you do. Be known for your excellence because your product and your history will outlast your life. If you enjoyed this episode of the MOR Cast, share it with someone else. Leave a comment here or chat with me on Twitter. Until next time. Need some encouragement? Tune in to Test and Testimonies Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on Instagram. Test and Testimonies will have you on the edge of your seat as you witness women sharing their trials and their triumphs. Test and Testimonies Friday nights on Instagram at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Talk Like God. You won't be disappointed, but you will definitely be encouraged.